Hi guys, welcome to Lazy Acres Natural Market in Encinitas, California. I'm Chef Isabelle, and today I'm going to show you a little bit of my background recipe with a Croque Madame, which is a toasty sour bread or any sourdough bread or any bread that you have on hand with a bechamel, homemade bechamel with a touch of nutmeg, and then layer down with ham and gruyere cheese or Emmental cheese and tomatoes and a fried egg. So before we start doing anything, I hope everybody washed their hands. I have the oven on broil right now just to be on standby, so when we're ready to put anything in the oven, it's ready to go. Let's review our ingredients together. So for this recipe, let's start with the bechamel. We are having a cup of milk, a tablespoon of butter, and then a tablespoon of flour, a quarter cup of parmesan or any, if you have Romano, anything like that that's on hand, that would work too. We have salt and pepper, touch of nutmeg, which gives that like bechamel flavor, just like a hint of it. And then to assemble our Croque Madame, we have tomato. I choose to have heirloom tomatoes, which is really pretty to add like a little different color. Some butter to spread on our bread. I have 4 pieces of sourdough, some nice ham, and some Emmental cheese, okay, on standby with the slice. And then a little bit of thyme if you want added a touch at the end, okay? So let's remove everything and start on our bechamel. So to do a bechamel, it's one of the mother sauce. It's a white creamy sauce, and it's very simple. You can always adjust it for different recipe. If you like it a little saltier, no cheese or anything like that. Usually there's not any cheese, but for this recipe, I want that gooey cheese to be added to the bechamel. So we're gonna start our stove on medium heat, and that's when you throw in your butter or any fat. So bechamel as always start with a roux. A roux is equal part of flour and fat. In this case, we are using butter. So 1 tablespoon of butter and a tablespoon of flour that we're gonna add as this melting. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this to the side right now. Okay, and then I'm gonna put the ingredient that we need for a bechamel right here. So we have everything on hand. So let me see this so you guys can see everything. Okay, we'll put this to the side. We are going to start this. Now I have a whisk right here because you don't want, once you start adding your liquid to your bechamel, your milk, you want to be stirring everything really fast so it doesn't clump up, okay? So it doesn't get like that floury clumpiness. And the roux, you don't want, for bechamel, you don't want a dark roux. For certain recipe that you have, maybe a southern recipe that require a dark roux, meaning you need to toast your roux, which is our flour and fat, together a little longer. For bechamel, we're going to keep it white, so we want a nice white sauce. Okay, so I have this on medium-high right now. So I'm melting the butter. I'm going to add my tablespoon of flour, so you can sprinkle it around like this. Put it to the side. And again, it's equal part. So you see, we create this like, not a sauce, but this combination of the fat and flour, and it's going to change color really fast. So I'm going to get my milk on standby, or nutmeg right here. So it's just like nutmeg, and then salt and pepper. So you see when it's starting to bubble, we don't want to get it dark because we don't want this. We want to keep our sauce nice and white. All right, so I'm going to start. You see it's bubbling. That's a good thing. We're going to add our milk like this. And keep it on medium-high. I'm going to season with a couple pinches of salt right here. And again, we're making our bechamel right now. And then a pinch of nutmeg. I like this sauce and lasagna too. You can layer like red sauce and a layer of white bechamel. It creates like this good creamy flavor that bechamel gives. And Croque Madame is a very classic French breakfast, which you can have breakfast for dinner too. And it's seasoned with all like a pretty tomato that we have around right now. It's just a great way to use these. Okay, so I don't know if you can see, it's getting thicker. I'm gonna add our cracked pepper, like this. And it's really pretty to have like this white sauce with all this speck of the nutmeg and black pepper. So it's bubbling and getting thicker. And I keep on stirring. A whiff of it. I don't know, Kelsey's in the back. Can you put it at the top? Mm-hmm. Perfect. All right, it's nice and thick. I'm gonna show you with a spoon so you can have a better idea on how thick this got. You can see on the back of the spoon. See, it's nice and bubbly. And look at this. It's nice and creamy. I'm gonna turn this off. So, see right here? Look at this sauce. It's nice and creamy. It's really easy to make. And it has like great flavor, and it's a great mother sauce, part of the mother sauce, and it's a great base for any recipe. All right, this is gonna go on standby right here. All right, so before we start anything, we're gonna start assembling our Croque Madame right here. Okay, so I have 4 pieces of toast, or bread, and I'm gonna put a little bit of butter. Both sides, like this. That. I'm gonna start my other pan. So we're gonna get it a little toasty before we put it in the oven. So I wanna be sure the bread is not too mushy. So any bread will do, but a nice sourdough or French bread, white bread would be great. All right, so I'm gonna start this on high. I'm gonna flip those over. I'm gonna put a little bit of a bechamel inside. We're gonna be topping these. Right, like this. Look at that, it's really pretty. The sauce came out really pretty. Okay, so we're gonna put our ham of choice. You can put some Black Forest ham. We can put some sweet honey ham right here. This smells really good. This is one of my favorite from when I grew up in French part of Canada. My mom used to make these. All right, so we have our ham, a little bit of the bechamel, and I'm gonna add some of the cheese. So I'll put some inside and I'll add some on the top, okay? So I'm gonna do this, like this, and put those in a pan. I put it on high because I really want it toasted really fast, like this. And then I'm gonna get a cookie sheet or something lined with parchment paper so we can just finish them in the oven so everything can melt away, okay? So I have my tomatoes, my eggs, everything on standby, and some herbs. And I have 2 more slices of cheese right here. Okay, so those are going. Let's slice some tomatoes. Look how pretty those are. Like pink and yellow. It's like the season right now too. But you can get heirloom tomato pretty much available all year round these days. They're really colorful. Right, so I have tomatoes right here. Put these up on standby, and my herbs. I'm gonna use the same pan to fry our egg to be sure that we're not overdoing dishes. Okay, remember we're just trying to toast a little bit so it's not mushy bread. So we kind of have that crisp to it. This is gonna go on here and we're gonna stick. Remember the oven is on broil, but we're gonna put it at the middle so it kind of so piping hot. It's gonna melt everything really quick without having like to brown anything right now, okay? So let me flip it over, because remember it's on high. I wanna burn these. And we'll do the eggs inside. So we're gonna layer this on top, add more bechamel, cheese or tomatoes, and it's gonna be ready to go for the oven. All right. This is getting ready. And I'm gonna turn this down. Put those right here. It's really quick, and you can do it on sliced baguette also. All right, let's put some of this on the top, like that. It's creamy, gooey, and the tomato add a little bit of sweetness and acidity to this dish, which is great. All right, we're gonna do this like that, this like that. I'm gonna add like that. I'm gonna top that with an egg. So let's put a little bit of black pepper and salt and season our tomato. Like that. So it's really pretty, and we'll finish it with the time. So this is going in the oven just for like 3 minutes, and put it in the middle. So it's piping hot, but nothing is gonna be burning. Okay, so we're gonna put, my pan is already hot. We are going to fry our eggs right now, okay? So let's put some butter. Woo! It's nice and hot, and I can't put the fan because then you can't hear me. All right, so I've got a couple eggs right here. There's salt. Get that ready. Nice and very bright yellow. On high. Season those also. You can hear the sizzling, so it's nice and hot. A little bit of salt. And get this ready. Move all this. Get those nice and crispy at the bottom. All right. So let's see what our Croque Madame looks like underneath. Cheese is melting. Oh, that's good. All right, so let's flip those. Those are done. Don't want to overdo it. Let's get our Croque Madame off. We are just wanting cheese to melt. Want the tomato to still look at the cheese, very cheesy. Like this. All right. It's really pretty and colorful because of the tomato that we used today. With a little bit of thyme, like this, put it down again, like this, and you can do your herbs like that. I'm gonna add a teeny bit more salt, so you have these nice pockets of saltiness. All right, ready? So look how gooey this is, right here, like that. And then the best part is, you can do this, and you have your nice gooey Croque Madame. You can cut it in half and share, and you have a couple big ones. But that's, you can do breakfast for dinner or a nice Sunday breakfast. You have this beautiful French dish. All right, thanks for coming live from the Lazy Acres Natural Market in Utensils, California. I'm Chef Isabelle. Hopefully you can enjoy this nice Croque Madame. Have a good day.